I got a call from the police academy yesterday. That's right, not too far from my house. I didn't answer the call. I thought it was a scam. And then someone left a voice message and was like, blah, 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 this is so-and-so with the police academy. I was like, what? Let me call this person up. So I call him back up. He goes, yeah, my name's Russell. We've got a commercial sized refrigerator that we need to get rid of. Hold on, you're the police academy? Yeah, oh, you're calling me for junk removal. Yeah, if you guys are wondering why this is so big, to me, that is, it's because I'm an ex-felon. I did time in the joint, 3 years in prison. That's why when I make these videos, it's for people who want to escape the 9-to-5. It's for people who have been down and now they want to do things legitimately. That's what I did. I was down. I did 3 years in prison 15 years ago. Got out in 2012, so that's about 13 years ago, and ever since then, never looked back. I think the worst thing I got was like a speeding ticket. Long story short, what's funny was the only calls that I ever got from the police was to investigate me back in the day. But now I'm getting calls from the police and from the government to service them because they require and need my services. If that's not a story of redemption, if that does not motivate you, man, I don't know what will. But listen, it happened over time. But this means a lot to me. So I'm finna work out, and then I'll check back in with you guys when I'm on the way. I hope I can film and show you guys the compound. Right, enough with the suspense. Heading to the police academy right now. All right, baby girl. Woo! Come on, baby girl. Sounding good, girl. Sounding good. Anyways, like I said, I would let you guys know where he found me. OWMBE. WOMBE. All right. Man, that thing's shaking hard. So what is WOMBE? WOMBE is women, minority, something, disadvantaged businesses. Basically, it's for minorities and women-owned businesses and those that are economically disadvantaged. You register with them. There's a state level, and then there is a national level or a federal level. At the state level, basically, you just type in WOMBE, WMBE. If you live in Texas, Texas. Whether you live in, I don't know, New York, New York. If you understand what I'm saying here, California, California. It'll come up and you simply click on register your business, and from there you follow the steps. Listen, yes, it is kind of a long, tedious process. I did it over the period of 2 months. That's because I was slacking. That's me slacking. If I had been on it from beginning to end, it probably would have taken 2 to 4 weeks. The reason why it takes a little bit of time is because you're dealing with a government official. You understand what I mean? They take like 2 days just to give you a call back. To be fair, the one that was managing our case took a day. Sometimes he called back in the same day. I don't think they're used to getting calls anyways. So I left a message. But they'll give you exactly what you need to put in there, what you need to submit, what they're looking for. Let me give you a hint. It's easier if your LLC structure is single entity or an individual, right? Where you're the only member in your LLC and you're basically protecting yourself through a limited liability company. Once it becomes a partner and other members, that gets a lot more difficult. Not a lot. It just, you got to coordinate people. And because people have different schedules, when I say difficult, let me define that. It basically, to me, difficult is when there's a lot of moving parts. It's not that the process gets any harder. It's just that the people that you need to get the information from makes it harder. Does that make sense? There's a lot of things that need to be notarized and people need to be present. I'm not sure how that works online. There's agreements that need to be drafted, each person's personal information, things like that. But once you do it, and once you get certified, You're actually placed on this specific list where you're solicited for services. You don't do the marketing. You don't do the solicitation. And while they're soliciting you, they're already signing up. They already understand that they're going to pay for a service, and they want that service to be from a minority-owned company or a women-owned company. Reason is they want to support those, according to data, that doesn't get as much business, if that makes sense. So the way he found us was on the OWMBE. They just added Washington somewhere in there. Website and advisory, and he gave us a call. Chances are, this is my guess, I'm going to ask him, but chances are he's from Hawaii, likes to visit Hawaii, has family in Hawaii, something like that, because most of the time they end up choosing us because of that. Plus, he asked for the price. I gave him simple price, and he was like, let's do it. Can you come tomorrow? Anyways, they're going to load it up in the back. Here we go. It's a commercial size refrigerator that's on a pallet, and they got a forklift. I just pull up to the garage and they're going to load it. So that's the plug right there. Let's see how this goes. All right, this is probably going to be your guys' view. Let's see if this actually works with it like this. It's one of those little suction cup holders. I think this should work. This should be good when we pull up. So I'm going to give you guys one simple way where your customers reach out to you and you don't have to reach out to them. There is legwork involved. There is reminding them that you're there, but it's mostly up to how much you can be on it. I hope that makes sense. You've got to be on this. You've got to be checking your emails every day and responding to these bids and these solicitations, and you have to be choosing them wisely. So how do you do it? I just gave you one, OWMBE. What does that have in common with the next one I'm going to give you? The next one I'm going to give you, they're both government solicitation procurement websites. Okay? So government entities are going on to what they believe is a trusted website. Let me take this. They believe it's a trusted website, and therefore they only use vendors that are registered at that website. So I'm going to give you another one. Get ready. MRSC. MRSC. Sign up for it. MRSC. Register. Put your company name down. Follow through the process, and you will start getting solicitations from this specific procurement website. And I'll give you guys a bonus one. How to start doing work with the government. Your local government. You're a small business owner operator, you want to do work with your local government. I can even teach you for federal contracts, but let's go your local government. You are going to remember this word, procurement and contracting. It should be up right here or right here, whichever part I have space above my head. I'll say it again, procurement and contracting. Then, after you put that, you're going to put your city. So go to Google, procurement and contracting, Dallas. Procurement and contracting, I don't know, whatever, Connecticut. Procurement and contracting is the word that they use. As you go there, click on it, and they will tell you exactly how you can become a vendor. They'll let you know what website they use. If it's not MRSC, a lot of local governments do not use MRSC. So if they don't use it, they'll let you know which one, and they'll tell you exactly how to sign up. They'll even give you the procurement and contracting specialist number. And if you still aren't sure, call them up. Guess what will happen? They have to respond to you. They are a government employee. They're a civil servant. They have to respond to you, and they have to disclose the information of how to do business with that specific local government entity. Does that make sense? They have to. Whether you email them or call them, they have to respond to you. And they have to let you know exactly how to sign up. They don't got to hold your hand, but they'll give you all of the details necessary for this. Procurement and contracting. Now, if you are putting in a bid, you're like, how do I know what prices to place? How do I know what prices to put? Really, really simple. Most of the time, whenever a government, a local government, federal government, state, all of that, whenever they're looking for a bid or they're soliciting a vendor for a bid, the truth is, most of the time they'll let you know, we have had a contract for these services in the past, however, that is expiring. Or we do have a current vendor providing these services, however, it's expiring. Or we had a successful contract, but we're bringing it back up to the marketplace. Then all you got to do is ask a question. In all of these bids, there is a deadline for questions, and they have to answer those questions promptly before the bid is due so that you can fashion your bid. It's like a cheat code, guys. It's like cheating. It's like cheating. So that you can fashion your bid in a way that works. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense to you. If this don't make sense, man, go back to my earlier videos. But if this don't make sense to you, then just come back when it makes sense, because I am spelling this out very, very simply, and I'm driving a big dang dump truck and going to a police station at the same time. Come on, guys. This got to work for you. I pulled over just so that I can drive this point home. You're going to call that contracting specialist, okay? And you're going to ask, is there any contract that you guys have where a vendor is already providing this services? Yes, it's this one, and it's expiring within a month, and that's why we are soliciting other vendors to fill this contract and putting it up for competition. Okay, do you have that contract number? Well, of course we do. All right, what is the website that I can go to look up the different vendors and incumbent contracts? The word is incumbent contracts. They'll give it to you. You go, look it up, that contract number or the name, and boom, lo and behold, that very vendor, whether it be 5 years before, 3 years before, 2 years before, or 1 year before, usually contracts are at least 1 year. Most of the time, they're 3 to 5 years, okay? You're going to look it up, and then you're basically going to look at the bid. Why? Because your bid becomes public information, which means anyone in the public can access it. So you can read that vendor's entire bid, their line items, how they broke the bid down, what they priced it at. You're like, yeah, but that was 5 years ago. Okay, just account for inflation. That's it. Account for inflation and adjustment to prevailing wages. And simply look at that, take it, put it in ChatGPT, and tell ChatGPT to do it if you don't know how to do it. ChatGPT, observe all the key elements of this bid, etc., that made them win. Also, here's the SOL. Here's the new SOL. Here was the old SOL. Observe all of the elements that observe and take note of all of the elements that help them win this specific bid. Okay, it does that. All right, now let's write a winning bid, not exactly like theirs, but taking pointers from them, accounting for inflation, and maybe taking about 3% of profit off of the top, or margin off of the top. Have it boop, 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 boop. And then you follow the process and the directions on submitting your bid, and then you do it again as soon as possible on another bid. And they will reveal the results usually a day or 2 days, 3 days afterwards. And they'll let you know. And then guess what else they'll do? You'll get immediate feedback. They'll give you everyone else's bid as well. That's feedback. That's adjustment. That's information. That's knowledge that you get for free. There you go. I plugged it. Stop being greedy. I'm not going to give any more right now. I got a job to do, guys. Okay? Pulling in, baby. Pulling in, baby. Washington State Criminal Justice Training Commission. All right, all right. Oh, no. It's right there. It's right there on this side. Here we go. Here we go. All right, all right. We're all cordial around here. You know what I'm saying? Gotta love. Hey, yo, Rob, I'm thinking of you. I'm basically probably got to go and report to him and check really quick. But yeah, let's go. Facilities and shipping.
wireless customer you are calling is not available. Please try again later. El cliente.
All right, no answer. All right, let's try texting him. Hi, Russ, here outside the garage. Hey, you Russ? Hi, Russ. Good to meet you. Yes. I think it's the refrigerator. Yep. But Russ is here.
Oh, perfect. Hello.
How are you? What's your
Good,
name?
how are you? Jaime.
Jaime, I'm Pete. Pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, good to meet you.
Oh, was I supposed to call you or?
No.
Okay.
It's point of contact.
All right. Thank you.
It's just that they call me because he wasn't here, but
I see.
perfect timing.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. Perfect timing. So do you guys typically, what do you guys pick up?
Everything.
Okay.
Everything. Literally, we even do abatements, homeless encampments, hazmat removals, things like that.
Yeah. When you say everything, what do you mean everything? Like
everything except for
paint?
Hazardous chemicals. Yeah.
Okay,
Paint.
so you don't do paint.
No paint.
So you don't do filters, air filters that have lead.
Oh, as long as when we get here, they're packaged the right way.
Right.
So they're in the right bags.
You take them to the
yeah.
The abatement the drop-off area.
Yeah, there's a few of them. There's one in Auburn that we use as well.
Okay.
They have an incinerator.
And that's for, so you guys have done that before, the pre-filters or the air filters with lead in them?
No, but we have done some other hazardous things, and it's usually over there.
Got it. Okay.
They also have the one in Auburn has a statewide contract.
Okay.
So they're the ones that are responsible for hazmat, a lot of the hazmat removals and things like that.
Yeah.
Around the state.
Okay.
So that's who we use. They seem to be the authority since they have the contract.
It's good to know because we typically will come up with things like this that we need to get rid of.
Yeah.
We have all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
You know that.
We take them all. We take them all except again for the paint. Paint and chemicals and things like that.
Yeah, sometimes we come up with, old refrigerators or different types of appliances that we need to discard. Yeah.
We do other services as well. I mean, I'm sure you guys already have facility support services such as like janitorial and grounds maintenance and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, we have that in-house.
We do also like summertime brush and blackberry, tree trimming and brush removal.
Okay.
Pretty big brush removal and stuff like that. We can do mulch and take or mulch in place, either way. Yeah.
Gravel.
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So he's got your contact info.
Yes.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm glad he found you guys because.
Yeah, I'm glad he found us as well. I didn't expect it. I saw a message and I was like, Police Academy. Oh, I'll call back. I thought it was a scam, to be honest, because we've had everybody from everywhere attempt to tell us they're from the FBI and all of that, and
oh really?
Yeah, and we've had some people say they own like 2 houses. Can you go there to get a quote? And I'm like, hold on. You look at the house, it looks unoccupied. I don't see a lockbox, and then you find out, hey, do you know this house is still on? Did you mean for this house to still be on market? And then you don't get an answer. And so yeah, so
I was gonna go take care of them.
They're done. They picked them up. They're driving away now. They're all taken. They're
good to finally meet you, Russ.
Yeah, you too, man.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out here.
Yeah, no problem.
Appreciate you guys jumping right on it.
Yeah, no problem.
Oh yeah, I gotta give you a don't I?
Yes. Who should the invoice be made out to?
I guess. Let me double check.
Okay.
In facilities.
So as you guys can see, what it was 160, didn't have to load it myself. That's all she wrote. I gotta go lay this thing down right now, man. It's leaning hard. Alright, I'm gonna have to push this down. Door kind of smacked me in the foot. No, it wasn't the foot, it's my shin. Literally where all my shin injuries have been is where the dang thing hit me. There we go. Dang, now I got a sore shin. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to. There we go. That's secure enough right now. Now I gotta take this bad boy to scrappers because they want them. We're about to go drop this off over here. Let's see if these guys will take it, these scrappers. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. Hey, good. You guys want? Let me see if you guys take this.
First?
Yeah. Yeah, refrigerator.
Yeah, wait, please.
It's a big one.
Yeah. Wait.
Got you, bro.
Finish, come back it up here.
Okay. Yeah, for sure. No worries. It's heavy, bro.
Yeah.
Okay. I gotta figure out, these guys are just scrapping all this metal and making money from it. I mean, look, they're making enough money where they got a brand new truck. That's a pretty truck. That's a real pretty truck. You need some help?
Let him get it up with me.
Okay. It's heavy. Oh, okay. All right, there we go. All good. Got him. There we go. The dump fee on this one, $0.